Welcome to Gamers Rise Up, the most renowned gaming culture podcast on planet Earth. I am Micah Rock and Roll, here with Sam Schild and Millicent Osnes on Extremely.live. What is up, everybody?
Powered by Smegma.
Oh, God.
Smegma, get it on you, man.
A good way to start the show.
Put it on a sandwich, put it on a cracker, whatever you want.
It's just like Miracle Whip. Guys, our numbers keep going up. We're skyrocketing.
Terrifying.
Welcome to all the new listeners. This is wild.
Yeah.
Hello.
Every time I check, we got more listeners.
Got us in a really great, energetic mood today. So
It's okay. I got energy for the both of us.
yeah.
We got a pep.
You know,
I'm on my
actually,
second Red Bull, so I'm ready.
Your Red Bull consumption reminds me of my roommate from college who basically just consumed cigarettes and Red Bull. His name was Jerry Zhang. He's an amazing sculptor. He was like an accountant, but one day he left a note on my room. He was like, "Hey Sam, hope your visit with your girlfriend is going good. I have to go to the hospital. I have stomach ulcers. So I'm
no.
bleeding in my stomach." And also, another fun adventure with Jerry was one time we were in the bathroom, and he was showing me the little menthol ball like that they put inside the filters of the Camel Crush cigarette, and my dumb fucking ass was looking at it really closely, and I squeezed it, and it popped into my eye because I was not meant to be born. Like any of the other sperm would have just probably been like cool, like philanthropists, innovators.
They're like, I'll throw this menthol ball away. Thank you very much.
Or at least, get a microscope or something. But
oh God.
Yeah. Damn.
Jerry. My coworkers and I have, just me and Mark have a Red Bull exchange where we just buy each other Red Bull, so we have a constant supply. And the amount of shit we get from customers, they're like, you work at a cafe, you can have all the caffeine you want, and yet you buy a Red Bull. And I'm like, bitch, it's different. Like, okay, I'm sorry, but
it's that taurine. You want that sweet taurine.
Exactly. Yeah. And the sugar really helps cut, because I feel like it gets a little too... My tummy hurts after a few espressos, and I need more caffeine than that.
God, yeah.
But no, I love that shit. I
like the colored cans, like the blue and the cherry and shit, where it's like a solid color.
Yeah. You ever? Do you remember the first time you had a Monster Energy drink? Because I do.
I've never had one.
I think it was band practice, 6th grade.
See, everybody remembers.
I was in a band, I believe at the time, called Feedback. And I think maybe
it's like
11 or 12 years
ABC
old.
Family, a hardcore band's name.
Oh my God.
No, it's like a fake band that would appear in like a fictional sitcom.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That like was some sort appeared playing at a concert that was some sort of plot device to talk about.
They would tempt the innocent teen to do drugs. Like you'd be the bad guy. Like, come on, man, it's just weed.
You're like, no, thank you. It's a gateway drug.
Don't be a chicken. Okay?
Be a little bitch. Try this weed.
That's great. Well, I'm sorry to interrupt your story. So you're in the band Feedback, getting just insane amounts of pussy, and then what?
Yeah, we would play the talent show and dress up in like dress up shirts and ties and shit.
Yeah.
And do like Green Day covers as well as a song of our own. And we were, in the middle of like one of our 10-minute practice sessions that would always be interrupted by about a 30 to an hour minute Wii Sports session. And I just remember drinking a Monster for the first time because I think someone else had one. I wanted to see what it was like. You know what? Actually, what's fucked up is it might have been Rockstar.
Oh
So,
god.
That's
Then I
not
don't
even-
give a shit.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, I
Damn.
remember I treated it like I was losing my virginity. Like I was in high
like-
school too. I was like a freshman, and this guy that I had a crush on was like, "Let's go ditch class and get Monster Energy drinks." And I'm like, "You bad boy." And so I remember we went to the convenience store and we got a Monster Energy and we split it. And I was like, "This is terrifying." It was scarier than drugs. He could have offered me heroin and I'd be like, all right, but the
Yeah.
Monster Energy drink is a little too much for your girl to handle. But the green one tastes like ass, and they don't sell Red Bull at Grand Central, so I have to get the Monster Energy drinks, and they only have the green. And
Whoa.
I am about to bomb Hudson News just for that.
Yeah,
Let me
that's
get
a
this to Eric
strange
Adams.
choice.
Yeah. Anyway.
Monster only. We're a monster only establishment.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Hudson News, get your shit together. Like they have like 100 water types and one energy drink. It's like
Wow.
I don't know. It's
In
whatever.
this
Like-
house, love is love. Monster is the energy drink.
The pink one's
Honestly-
okay though.
Honestly, the no Monster and just water gives me kind of like white supremacy vibes a little bit from Hudson News. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
who owns
Mountain
that?
Dew.
like you know how they fucked up Washington Heights or The Heights? You know that musical
Oh,
by
yeah.
Lin-Manuel Miranda. It's the same sort of thing. Like, just too much,
Yeah.
too many honky water bottles. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. No, but they also have like 50 of the same thing, and I'm like, you just get more selection.
Mm.
Don't. I've got a lot of beef with Hudson News.
Yeah, it's kind of a whack. I used to commute into New York all the time when I was living in Cold Spring, and I agree that Hudson News kind of sucks. There's nothing there that I ever really want. It's very
No.
expensive.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
And there
Whack.
used to be a Rite Aid in the Grand Central, and it's gone.
Oh
it's
yeah,
close.
that's gone.
Yeah.
Is it replaced with anything?
It's I don't know, probably some.
It's a headphone disco now. So
I hope that the Transit Museum takes over that place. The Transit Museum needs more space.
Where's that? Is that?
There's like, well,
Right
I think
next
there's a
to-
couple.
Oh, okay. Because I've been to one that I
But-
didn't think was that close to Grand Central.
No, there's like one I think that's like the legit one, and then there's
Oh.
like, I was
See-
scratching my leg, but it looked a little dirty.
see,
Sorry.
Manolo raises up into your shot.
He just started. He's like pushes down. He's like, I swear, guys.
Daily reminder, weekly reminder that we have a YouTube channel / at
yeah.
Extremely Live if you'd like to see the video version of Gamers Rise Up.
Melisande.
of
If you
Melisande.
want to see Melisande look like
suggestively-
she's simulating.
if audio enough
Nah.
isn't going to make you calm, then that's where there's the visual.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
I have pigtails today.
Mm.
If that's not enough of a reason, I don't know what is.
Yeah, we need more subscribers. Get it?
I actually
I'll show
have
you
a
my
new.
clips.
I have a new hair thing too. I actually have multiple new colonies in my hair, exploring the various areas of my scalp. Some of them are kind of conglomerating and like inside some of the cavernous sort of scab tissue of my head.
Oh my
so
god.
it's sort of like Osmosis Jones, but if it were like Mad Max Fury Road.
Oh,
You know what I'm
God.
saying? I was just gonna say about that transit museum. Anytime a transit museum pops up, for me, I see it as an attack on the neurodivergent community because I'm thinking they're trying to get them all like moth to a flame to one spot to keep them from doing something.
That and the
I don't know if it's
7-year-old.
cashing. Yeah, I don't know if it's cashing in on the GameStop points or what it is they want to not do. But
I don't want
I'm
my
always a
cash
little.
money going.
I mean, they're confused enough. I don't think we need to, bring in some kind of. I'm just saying. I was a little suspicious of those train museums.
Well, there's a little 7-year-old that comes into the store and he's obsessed with trains to the point where he will tell you what stop to, I don't need Google Maps anymore. I just call him and I'm like, hey, I'm lost. And he's like, girl, I got you.
The issue with 7-year-olds is ask any of them about abortion and they're not going to have a straight answer. I just think that's...
No, they're a little too close. It's a little too close to home still.
I just think they really need to kind of clarify their fucking values and shit if they want to have a seat at the table.
They're like, bitch, I just got out of here. Can we please wait?
Give me
I don't know about sex yet, but you're asking me about abortions?
I'm not allowed in most schools in the state of New York because every time I see a kid, I just grab them by their shoulders and what's your values? What's your values? What do you say?
Who did you vote for?
Yeah. You vote for Israel because that's so important. We should be fucking talking about that. I don't care if it's lunchtime. Okay, I don't care if it's recess. Wake up. You're at the center
There's
of the empire.
genocide. Do you know what that means? Did your teacher teach you what genocide means? Because I will. Yeah. I have a graph.
This is good. Progressive bullies.
Yeah,
targeting
you bring
children.
Out your PowerPoint presentation at recess.
You're like, yeah, I'm actually a fucking grad student. So how would you show me your laurels that you're resting on while your hands are so sticky? Okay.
Put down that lollipop, Jerry. Snack time's over.
That's right. Time to divest.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Well, now that we got all of that out of the way.
Speaking of civil unrest, I saw Civil War this weekend. Have you seen the film Civil War?
No.
I just think the scene between Captain America and Iron Man was so emotional. I was kind of surprised you just seen that for the first time this week, but
No, Sam. The new film Civil War by director I don't remember, but he did Ex Machina is probably his most famous. Couple others. I was looking at his IMDb. Did a bunch of video games. Lots of Devil May Cry writing credits.
Oh my god.
Which I had no idea about. But yeah, we went to see Marshall and I went on a little date. We decided to go see Civil War. I guess I didn't really know what to expect. I didn't really have any real expectations going in. But I have to say it's definitely worth seeing. Put me in a terrible mood.
Oh, he did 28 Days Later.
Oh yeah. That's the other one.
He also did Men, which totally sucked. But
that's the horror movie.
A24, yes?
Yeah. Okay. I remember seeing the trailer and cracking up at the title.
Yeah, as Micah, as an alt-right person, I was really interested to see your take on this play.
Accused alt-right by some of the dumbest people I've ever met in comedy. But
wait, are you serious?
Did that happen?
We'll get into that another time.
Yeah.
He's talking about me.
No.
I keep telling everybody.
I'm alt-right. I'm on the best alt-right gaming podcast ever.
Yeah, I keep telling him to not pan his camera to the Confederate flag he's hanging up, but he just keeps doing it.
How do you think we're getting all these new subscribers?
That's right.
You got to what do you call it? Virtue signal with a nice Confederate flag. Oh my!
He just keeps talking about how it's a cultural artifact and how it has nothing to do with slavery. I'm like, get off your high horse.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, sorry to bring my politics into into the gaming sphere. What was I gonna say? As far as that's what was interesting about it to me is he purposefully you can be any flavor political psychopath you want, and you can see this film because he completely, like, you don't know why the Civil War started, you don't know the political party of any faction. There's just it's like a blank slate, so you can apply your own biases to whoever you don't like or do like.
Sweet.
But it was interesting. It's much more like a straight up action movie than I thought it was going to be. It's not really saying anything about the American culture war that I could suss out. Like nothing crazy deep, I would say. But it was entertaining. It was very disturbing in that if you're a psycho like me who is invested in learning about all the horrendous military engagements our country gets into, it's dark seeing like what our military industrial complex does to small countries, like seeing it happen in the United States. Like it feels very much like you get what you like a karmic, like there's like a karmic feeling that is very dark.
Ticket sales in all other countries are really high.
Yeah, but it is engaging. It's very it is like it's one of those movies where you feel bad, you're entertained by it too, where it's like, ugh, this is bad, but like I'm genuinely enjoying the
sort of like the
mayhem and murder. Huh?
Sort of like the house that Jack built, where you're.
I don't know this
one. It's a joke. It's really disturbing. Like Sallow,
but
yeah, exactly. Like,
what was I gonna say? Oh, yeah, and then it's interesting. Like the characters are all kind of not necessarily good people. Like that. There's clearly like something wrong with their psyche. A lot of them, like they're all like super getting off on like watching all of this happen. Like,
damn.
Yeah, that's what the Nightcrawler element to me of like they've been able to completely like strip all the humanity away from themselves so that they can like stay focused within these like extreme combat situations. And like, just take good pictures while people are getting like their heads blown off all around them.
What a commentary.
Yeah. But like the final scene is very intense and good. And it's a very fast movie. At no point are you bored waiting for something to happen. There's like a million different scenes, tons of different like settings and scenarios they get into. It's constantly like moving forward, which is a nice change from a lot of slow fucking 3-hour movies we got these days. But I don't know. I would say it's worth seeing. The other movie it reminded me of was Children of Men, in that there's lots of explosions and military fatigues and people running around with AR-15 types guns and shit, and just kind of feels very. So even like a scene on the road, a very specific one that feels very similar to a scene in Children of Men. But But yeah, I don't have a lot to say, I guess, other than there's a the thing that pissed me off again as like a psycho who's reads about these conflicts we're constantly getting in for dubious reasons. There's a scene where like one of the characters is like, when you meet up with the president for your interview, are you going to ask him if he regrets launching military or airstrikes on United States citizens? Like that's this big scary thing. And I lean over to Marshall. I'm like, Barack Obama did that like 5 times. Like that's not like a new thing. Like that's not like a sci-fi fucking scenario. That's now. Like if they decide you're a terrorist, you get vaporized without a trial, even if you are a United States citizen. It's dark, scary, it's fucked up. The world we live in. So if you're in that mind space, have a blast feeling dark and dirty after you get out of the movie.
No, Micah
just can't stop jerking it after that movie too. He's so into it.
I have come for every dollar we've given to Ukraine. I've shot a load.
He pulled a Pee-wee in the theater.
Yeah.
Now, Micah, I get it. I didn't realize you liked Nightcrawler. I didn't know you were a member of the Adults with Disabilities organization.
Oh my god.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Is Nightcrawler another movie you hate?
I
want to hear this actually.
Okay. I just think there's this one particular line in that movie where I think like multiple of the acting performances are like really pretty bad. Okay, so there's this one scene where Jake Gyllenhaal is like going in. I think it's maybe the first time to like give the news people like the AAP's cap, and one of the person was like, the woman that he works with is like, we should lead with this, like some kind of violent thing. And this guy's like, they're eating breakfast. And it was just like one of the worst line reads I think I've ever heard. And I know that's just like sort of a nitpicky thing, but I also just thought Jake Gyllenhaal's performance was so like over the top, not believable.
Have you seen Okja? You should watch Okja just for his performance in that. You'll go insane.
Yeah, he like it's like when he did that fucking Velvet Buzzsaw movie. It's just like this really high energy, annoying shit. Like the part that where he like screams and grabs the mirror. It's like, this is fucking dumb as hell. But I understand that I'm a minority on that, and I know that there are plenty of retarded people that disagree with me. But I'm sorry. But yeah, no, maybe I should try it again. I've watched it like a few times.
Really? I've only seen it once. I rarely watch a movie more than once. I did remember liking it though, mostly because I absolutely hate working in media and hate everyone involved in media. And one thing I did like about Civil War is they paint journalists as complete fucking sociopaths, which is the Nightcrawler kind of feeling, but they're not like over the top the way Gyllenhaal does his thing. Now I really want you to watch Okja, just at least a scene with him in it, because it's insane what he does in Okja.
He actually thinks he's talking to a guy in a green suit. They never told him that he was talking to an animal.
God, I just feel like it's a combination of these performances and like what he does on social. Like, remember during COVID when he was like singing at his desk and shit? It's like that's who that guy is. It's like this fucking loser, like theater kid who just like can't go into a room without fucking shouting. I mean,
interesting. I did watch his Hot Ones and thought he was strange for sure.
Yeah, he's insufferable. But But, no, I like Donnie Dongus. I like Donnie Darngo. That's a fun one for me. I think that was before he was like, well, I don't know.
That was his.
He was
Where
Prince
I
of
think
Persia.
most people became aware of him. I would say his breakout role.
Yeah, I'm sorry that I don't like certain movies. I'm not trying to be a bummer. It's just, there's good Jake Gyllenhaal movies too. I think Enemy is really good. Have you seen that one? That's where there's like two of them. That's actually pretty fucking cool.
Ooh.
It's like a doppelganger thing. I'm gonna shut up now.
If it makes you feel better, I didn't know really who Jake Gyllenhaal was. And so I Googled him, and he's a stranger to me. So
Shit, really?
at least there's one girl out here that doesn't know what he looks like.
You're like that monk who lived to like 78 and went his whole life without seeing a woman.
Yeah.
You haven't seen Jake Gyllenhaal.
I get yelled at by so many people. I told you I got yelled at by some guy because I didn't know who Kate Moss was, right?
Yeah.
Like, couldn't believe it. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't have TV when I grew up. I was kept in a box under the bed.
You're a gamer. You don't care about Hollywood. You
Yeah.
are a true gamer.
Yeah, talk about Call of Duty and I might be with you. Ask me to do a Fortnite dance, but don't ask me who Jake Gyllenhaal is.
I'm just going to say this to prove that I'm an ally. Brokeback Mountain is a good movie. So
virtue signaling fucking
my
piece
don't
of
God.
get
shit.
it twisted. Don't get it twisted.
Oh dear Lord.
I actually have a candle that is just sort of an approximation of what their tent smelled like. It makes me, it's like double allyship status.
That's so good. Do you know what Brokeback Mountain is?
I do from from different other things.
You just hang out with a bunch of
I
homos.
know it's gay.
I know it's gay.
It has cowboys,
You nailed it.
right?
And they fuck in a tent.
Who needs to see a movie when you know
They should have
things
called it
from
Tent Fuck.
cartoons? I know only things that are referenced by cartoons. So, like, if The
Got
Simpsons talks about it, then probably. Or if there's like a South Park spoof, I've seen it.
You're in.
Yeah, if there's a comedy spoof of something, I know it. Like Spaceballs, love that movie. I don't think I need to see Star Wars.
Yeah, Marshall
I got all
says
of
the
the
exact same
important
thing.
parts. Yeah.
Yeah, I am only familiar with celebrities that have been roasted on Comedy Central. That's pretty much the only ones I know.
Speaking of celebrities, I went into a deep dive on Emo Phillips,
Ooh.
and I think I'm in
Ooh.
love. Oh my god, he's
Emo
so
Phillips.
Tell me
weird.
more.
Oh, see, this is the celebrity I know. He's some freaky comedian. I just watched this. He like has a really weird cadence, like does a lot of arm movements and talks in a sing-song kind of way, like that. I think
Yeah.
I did a good look him up. And he's so cute, got a little bowl cut. Honestly, maybe I just like him because he's got the same haircut as me. But he's a little freak, and I'm into it.
What's
Oh yeah.
what's his go-to joke? I know Emo Phillips, but I can't think of any of his like gags.
A lot of them are kind of like semi, like makes him look a little like a murderer, or
Okay.
Oh
like-
shit, he was on fucking Dr. Katz and home movies. And
Yeah,
there's like a
he's a
compilation
dude.
of him on Letterman that I just
Wow.
watched.
Nice.
Yeah, the photos on his website, a lot of them have a megabyte count underneath them.
That's really funny.
Pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah, he's a babe, honestly.
Emo Phillips. That's cool.
So if you
that was cool.
Yeah, if you ever feel like you're a little too weird, just watch him and you'll feel normal. But yeah, so that's all I've been doing today.
Your celebrity report.
He's my celebrity crush. He's on my, what is it?
Oh,
that list
hall
where
pass, is that what
my
they call
hall
it?
pass, yeah.
Or,
my hall pass consists of Gary Oldman and Emo Phillips. Two like ancient people.
Gary Oldman
is raggedy. They're raggedy these days also.
Yeah. And fuck,
you're gonna be doing all the work during that fuck sesh.
I always do.
Gary Oldman.
I always get dates at the morgue. That's an Emo Phillips joke, I bet.
Yeah.
Just text from a dead guy. You up?
Yeah.
You up, shorty?
No, I just keep texting them, and the mortician just keeps hearing dings coming from those drawers.
Yeah, they all have their cell phones on them.
Yeah, and like they open it up, like multiple different dings, and they're all like weird nude photos of me, and just this one mortician cute like I have gotten calls from them just saying stop. They're dead. They're not into you like that.
Why are you sending nudes on Slack?
God. Honestly, like if I had the gun in my mouth and I couldn't quite find the motivation, if someone just played the Slack notification sound, that trigger would get pulled so quick. Dude.
Oh my god.
I'd be painting the ceiling real quick. Fucking God.
That's the thing that pushes you over the edge.
No.
I can't even do the little voice.
Yeah, it is a hard one to mimic. I agree.
Who, Bane?
No, Slack, but Bane is.
You know I can do Bane, Melissa. You heard my Bane voice.
Because I only know Bane also from the cartoons.
Oh,
so I think the more cartoonish you do a Bane impersonation, the more realistic it sounds to me.
That's fun. I don't know the cartoon Bane. I only know...
No, not from cartoons, just references
I see.
Bane on cartoons.
God.
Or like probably an episode of Community. I bet those nerds do it at least once.
Probably. Good old
Which is funny because like Abed is so into movies and he's the sexiest one of the group in my opinion. And like that's the thing that's horrible is like I always like film nerds, but then they want me to watch movies with them. And I'm like, can't we just have sex? They're like, no. Sit down. Sit down and watch this.
I've never touched a woman in my life, so we could, but it would be very scary for me.
That's how I like it.
Just that pulsating with fear.
I want to have sex. I'm like a weird dom where I want them actually to be afraid of me.
Yeah, like fake pregnancy scare and just like text them for weeks.
God.
Like,
oh my god, how do you know?
The next day, I think I'm pregnant.
Something is weird. Something feels weird.
They're like, we only did anal. I'm like, you know it doesn't work that way.
I have very thin skin. Anything could happen in there.
You're so big. What can I say?
Oh boy. Where you going, Sam? What you got a gag you're working up?
Oh no.
I'm just gathering. I got another gamer submission.
Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah.
First time in a while, and I just wanted to
explain the segment to our new listeners.
So, I like to sort of, if you will, give a voice to the voiceless. I see gamers as kind of in the same boat as you could say white men right now, where
There's a lot of overlap.
Yeah, interestingly, there is. We're kind of just, we need to be viewed as like a protected class. There's a lot of times where we're discriminated against for maybe, taking pictures of people
Having
that we
too
don't
much
know. Having too much money, getting fired for work, or doing something normal like masturbating or collecting scabs that you picked up your knee and putting them in a little pile. So I just whenever a gamer has like an issue or they feel like they're being discriminated against or they have sort of just a moral quandary, they email me and I read it on the podcast. Sometimes I give first and last names unless otherwise directed. So this one is it's gonna be a little tough to get through, but this one we'll just call this guy Ron, and he's having a little issue, kind of a quandary. He's sort of exploring this sort of sexual idea, and I just want to get your guys' thoughts on it. So he just starts, "Hey Sam, love the podcast. So I was just wondering if you could help me with this issue. Me and my sister have always been close, and I've always found her attractive. She's very petite, but has some nice tits that I really want to see. I've seen her tits once when we woke up early one day, and I went to scare her while she was doing laundry. Classic, classic brother-sister move.
Yeah.
I was next to the laundry room growing up, and she was doing her laundry without a shirt on. I saw her tits quickly before she covered them, but I will always remember her nice, perky tits. We never really spoke about it after that. A few years later, I caught her giving a blowjob to her boyfriend outside in the dark. She quickly stopped what she was doing, and I never brought it up after. She's always very affectionate with me and kisses me on my neck and cheek a lot when I come into town to see her. She doesn't do this with anyone else, and it makes me happy. I don't know if I should appreciate it. Yesterday, I brought up the fact that her boobs look bigger and asked her if she got a boob job. She said no, and it's on her bucket list to do. I told her her boobs look great now, and I bet they would look even better with a boob job. She said maybe if Santa is in the mood to buy me some. I'm going to see her soon as I'm going back to visit. Should I talk about her tits in person and ask if I can see them?
Oh my god.
No.
I thought he was going to offer to buy his sister a tit job.
I was gonna say,
Such luck.
Missed opportunity. You could have been Santa.
Now, guys, let's just kind of go at this with an open mind here, okay?
Yeah.
Sort of a Game of
my
Thrones
brother?
era open mind.
Yeah. So, think about this. People used to, do this probably a lot in the olden days. That was before
Yeah.
they had video games to blow off steam, and before there were all these psyops disrupting our schedules, that kind of thing.
And
What do you guys think?
sister
I
porn.
leave it entirely in your court for now. So, what do you guys think, Micah?
I would steer clear of asking your sister about her tits. What is it, a get together, a family get together? What is the deal?
It looks like he's going back to visit.
Okay.
So
And he's trying to see them.
he's. The last question is: I'm going to see her soon. Should I talk about her tits in person and ask if I can see them?
I love
No.
that. God. Why? Honestly, my suggestion is just pull a lot more pranks because the first one went over pretty well.
Yeah.
So if you just try and scare her in the bathroom,
Yeah.
it could work out in your favor.
This is good.
Melissan understands that this is a solutions podcast. This is not a a negative decisions podcast. She's giving
Yeah.
him great feedback that could actually kind of meet him where he is and help him achieve his goal.
I
Now-
do want to note he's a sick fuck, but I'm here to help. I love it
And
when I have a brother. I know these things. Peter, if that was you, not gonna happen, but I don't think so. I'm not petite, so that really
Has
Give me
he
a-
ever tried to scare you in any context?
No, because he's afraid of seeing my tits. I think he's terrified of them.
Okay.
It's because
Okay.
they're green and a little bit too much pus. But
Yeah, the bus, I remember.
It's all that time at the
Yeah.
morgue. Something's catching.
it's chlamydia, boob chlamydia.
I remember you talked about once you had to cancel a podcast because you had to drain them. So
Yeah. And people think that I'm just lactating and it's like coming through my shirts. And no, it's just pus.
It's just
Yeah.
rotting pus from your rotting flesh. Yeah,
We-
I think
it'd be-
Melison's dead on with the pranks.
Hide in the shower.
Yeah, a little shower prank.
Yeah.
And I thought of kind of a fun little game we could play after each of these and sort of just guess what this guy's favorite video game is. I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say Silent Hill.
Oh, that's
Um,
good. Yeah, I was
but,
gonna say Resident Evil 4.
I was going to say Animal Crossing.
That's an optimistic answer. I'll just say that Animal Crossing.
No, it's
Oh my
probably
God.
Sims. He probably just likes to make his sister
The
and
family
their
play.
childhood home. And you know that there's some mods out there that you can turn off the blurriness of the naked bodies when they get in the shower.
I did do some
Hell yeah.
research, and I also found out that this man is in fact married.
Oh.
So, that's
So
a
he's
little-
old,
He's 20. He's 29, and his sister's 37.
not a child. I thought this was
Yeah.
young.
No.
I
And
thought
he's
this
had
was,
sex and like
college.
saw other people's boobs, but is still
Yeah.
obsessed with the
Obsessed.
sister. Oh,
Damn,
boy.
she
Yeah.
must have nice titties. Though.
Yeah.
Like if
Yeah,
he's
man.
seen some, although
He's fiending.
there's nothing
Yeah.
like a good sister tit. That's my
Personally-
favorite band.
Personally, I'm just gonna blame it on the way she dresses. I'm assuming that's pretty much why all of this is happening.
Yeah,
She's
It
asking to be
Um,
pranked. I'm sorry, but
yeah.
she's just like that. You're
She's
asking to be
pranked.
pranked.
Okay. Well, yeah, and again, gamers, if you're out there and something like this is happening to you, maybe you want to see your brother's cock. Just send us an email. We'll talk about it on the podcast, and we're not gonna, we're not gonna
Women
judge
don't
too harsh.
listen to this.
Yeah. It's mostly, like our friends and my parents tuning in.
Yeah, my mom's the youngest of 10. It's just my cousins.
Mm,
They're
mm.
hoping I'll take my shirt off.
Oh
Right.
God! Wow. Well, that was another
That was
great
horrible.
installment of. We gotta give this a name. What's the name of this segment? Sam
I
helps.
think,
yeah.
I think Geek Squad.
Squad. I like it.
All right. Another amazing installment of Geek Squad that just, it's a feel good family kind of segment. Man, y'all been playing any games?
Oh, well, this isn't the right kind of game, but 1 second.
Oh, interesting.
Uh-oh.
What are we getting ourselves into?
I got
What is that?
some rackets.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go play badminton.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, shit.
I
Yeah.
love badminton. Where are you going to play?
What?
Where are you going to go play?
I don't know. Like, I think Prospect Park. I'm going to do it with my coworker, and we're not very competitive, so we don't need a net. We're just gonna do it back and forth.
Yeah.
But
They
I
might
bought
have
a
nets
racket.
for like the volleyball game that I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, maybe. I don't even think we're not gonna. I think it's just a keep back and forth game.
Yeah.
See
Yeah.
how many we can get in a row.
Man, badminton's really
actually-
fun.
It's so
It's actually
fun.
It's actually really serious, so it's kind of stupid that you would say some shit like that. It's cool that you're, trying it out for the first time.
So serious about badminton.
Just not a fucking joke to a lot of us, but
Oh
whatever.
no.
That's so funny.
My last episode.
Over badminton. We had a badminton set we'd always set up every summer in the old childhood backyard, and it's a good time. It's a very fun game.
Fun.
Very goofy. You get to say shuttlecock.
What's not to love?
Smack the shuttlecock. You get to do all kinds of fun stuff.
I love
Were there ever any like teenage tears on that badminton field, Micah? Does your brother ever get mad at you for maybe attributing to a loss or anything like that?
No, we're not a very competitive fam. Well, we are with fighting games. We go back and forth, on a Street Fighter 2 Turbo back in the day, or Smash Brothers original N64. We played that tons, and we would get real intense. But no, we're not a sporting family of any kind. None of us played sports. Like, we all kind of half-assed played like baby soccer.
Badminton is for the non-sports
I
people.
think so, yeah.
Because it's kind of a sissy game.
Yeah, and it's easier.
And you don't have to do a lot of work. The rackets are really long, so usually you don't have to run that far.
Yeah.
Again, it's a very serious fucking game.
Yeah, shut up.
Guys, don't fight.
I'll play you for this, Sam. I'll destroy you.
Yeah, I would if I had the fucking spare time to waste.
Oh my
You
God.
talk a big game.
I will say my equivalent of the non-sport sport that I played a lot was racquetball. And it's all fun and games until you get beamed in the face from 5 feet away from your insanely athletic 65-year-old father, just dripping with sweat.
That would make you mad. I could see that.
When I was a little girl, my parents would go play racquetball and they'd bring me, and I would sit in the corner and use a racket as a shield and draw pictures. And like it was terrifying because they would hit it pretty hard, and sometimes it would get me.
Melisande, every time you describe your childhood, you're like a Beetlejuice character. You're like a fucking Tim Burton, like.
I sound abused, but they're nice people. Don't call CPS. We're all grown up anyway.
That's right. We made it out.
Oh man.
No, I have that. I would keep describing my childhood to my friend, and she's like, "That's not normal. You should be worried about that."
Yeah.
You should get a therapist.
Marshall's constantly reminding me of similar situations.
We did probably have similar. Just take the church out of yours and you got mine.
Right.
Nice. Guys, I've been go ahead.
No,
Sorry,
you go.
No. I was
Take
just
the
gonna say,
church out and add my mom's version, duck church, where you go to a creek and feed the ducks and talk about your body.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Did that come up on Jesse Waters or?
Oh, but he wish it did.
For our new listeners, Melisandre's mom was recently interviewed on Fox News's Jesse Waters, whatever that show. Is it just called Jesse Waters? Might just be called Jesse.
Maybe.
Jesse Waters, I think. I don't know.
Anybody named Jesse, like, probably not very smart.
Whoa.
I'm just
Whoa.
kidding.
What if our listeners are named Jesse.
Except for the listeners.
Yeah. They're super
forgot that.
smart.
I mean, they're listening to this. I don't know if they're that smart.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think we probably got mostly Jesse's listening.
It's 100 Jesse's.
It's total Jesse fest.
That name though, like that they calculated naming Aaron Paul Jesse on Breaking Bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I had a friend, Jesse, growing up, and very energetic, and he liked to show off, and it annoyed me.
Was he sort of a glue eater? Or?
A glue eater? No,
Just
I wouldn't
like-
describe him like that. How would I describe him? It's a little weird. It's another homeschooled kid, another big homeschool family. We'd go over there and hang out. Just super high energy, aggressive, I would say. Where me and my family are all super low energy, passive. So it was,
If you tickled him in the wrong spot, he'd just start crying, and
I go right for it too. Oh boy! I was gonna say, I've been I've gone full simulation this week. All sim
hell yeah.
games,
Oh, yeah.
just non-stop sims. So
you're a little bus driver, huh?
yeah, this company, OVLex Software, had a Nintendo Switch sale, and all their games were like $2, $3. And you watch the trailer, and it's obvious why. They do look like a game that would be on sale for just $2. But I started with Bus Driving Simulator. I think it's Bus Driving Simulator 21. I believe was the one that was on sale for $3.
So there's 21 of them.
Yeah. So I got this game, and I gotta tell you, I became addicted to being a good bus driver. So in order to get like gold star on your bus route, you can only make 3 mistakes, no more than 3. And my Joy-Con, excuse me, my Joy-Con has the drift, so it like pulls to the right on its own sometimes.
Oh, no.
So it was quite a challenge. It was a bumpy ride sometimes on old Micah's bus. But I got fucking addicted to nailing bus runs on this bus driving simulator. It's the dumbest shit I've ever played, but it's fun. Like it's very satisfying to like hit a turn exactly, and it's also very bizarre obeying traffic laws in a video game. 'Cause
Yeah.
all your points get taken away if you blow a, if you blow a
GTA.
Yeah, exactly. Like you have to stop at every stoplight. You can't go over the speed limit. You
Can't hit
have to use your
pedestrians.
blinkers for absolutely everything. Like
God.
it's straight up like you have to be a good driver. And I just, for whatever reason, it hooked me. And I
You know that MTA pays people for that, right? Like,
that's what I'm saying. I think finally found my calling. It's to be
What are the environments like? What cities or what? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. So you can be. There's multiple routes in Brazil. There's multiple routes in California, and there's multiple routes in, I want to say, Bavaria. And it's funny, like
major cities.
yeah, interesting choice.
Like Brazil,
Major.
Brazil, they're like a little more lax about like lane changes. Like they don't penalize you as
Oh
much.
my God. I
Um,
love they programmed that in.
Yeah, it's fun. And then like in Bavaria, there's like like it's more rural, so there's like animals that can cross the street, so you got to be like extra careful. But I have to admit, it was $2 well spent. I very much played it for hours, just nailing these bus runs, getting everybody to their destinations on time, not
Yeah,
braking too hard. Not
How realistic is it in terms Are there a bunch of like? Is there like one guy that walks on and tries to punch you in the face?
That's
for
what
no
I was
reason?
wishing
Spitting at you.
as
Yeah,
I'm
a guy
playing this
just
game.
yelling, "You have to go faster!"
There's definitely a lot of room for them to add elements like that, and I would like
Yeah.
to personally reach out to OVLex Software. I'd love to be a what's the word, outside consultant for the next bus driving simulator. I would love to be part of the process.
Number
Get it-
22.
And number 22. What was I gonna say? Realistic wise, they nail the bumpiness of the bus, like the.
Oh god.
They fucking nail it, which is weird.
It's too realistic.
Yeah, and I unlocked the all electric bus. Oh, that's my fave. It's such a beautiful
Holy shit.
interior, gorgeous. Ride so smooth, so quiet.
Oh my
Such a quiet
God.
ride.
What are you bouncing on? Are there like speed bumps or like?
Yeah, they do have
Trash
like
or-
bumpy like roads and like they do like something like that. But like just like when you're on a bus, you know, when they take a corner and it's just like the hardest like smashing metal noise, shaking. Like they
Horrible, yeah.
simulate
Yeah.
all of that, which is very funny to me.
Oh my god. I love that you
Yeah.
I'm so into this.
I'm unlocking all
I might
my
not
buses.
ever play the game, but I'm so into Micah
Hmm.
loving Bus Simulator 21.
It's sick. It's
You should get
so
a
good.
tattoo.
Yeah.
Throat tat
Or
of my
brand,
favorite
yeah.
bus.
Yeah, just like right here, Bus Simulator 22.
I like the electric bus. I like the electric version.
I've literally been doing that around the house, being like, I really love trucks. I really love big cars. I love trucks. I want to be a bus driver someday. It's just like this.
7-year-old just like
Yeah.
start walking around with just a shirt on.
Picture me with my 2 front teeth missing, like the adult teeth coming in. I love trucks.
I really want
Here,
to
one
be a
sec,
twuck.
the doorbell.
I want to be a truck so people can put dirt in me. A dump truck.
20 years later, he's experiencing his gay identity and living his dreams. I wonder if they like develop these games as like training programs or something, because they like it's almost like flight simulator or some
Yeah. Well, here's my thought. I don't think so, because I downloaded 5 other OVLex simulators, all for $2,
Oh,
including
sorry. One sec, sorry.
no problem. I downloaded Cab Driver Simulator. I downloaded their Flight Simulator. I downloaded their Big Truck Simulator, which is like shipping. And I have to say, Bus Driver is definitely the best.
shit. Have you dipped in very deep at the other ones, or is it not,
Honestly,
not
I
really?
fired them up, and some of the menus are so poorly designed that I'm like, okay, this is not worth even looking at.
I can definitely see like some Polish like trucking company developing that, and then the people actually using it. But no, yeah, it's
That's
definitely
funny.
not like for the.
I don't know. I can't tell. Like the bus driving one is legit. Like it feels
Thank you.
pretty real. Their flight simulator feels whack as fuck. Like just not
Yeah.
a legit thing whatsoever.
Oh
but-
my god. Sorry.
It smells
No,
like
it's
did you
okay.
just order weed?
No, I got these fucking assholes just tried to have a conversation with me about voting for Claire Valdez for Queens. And like, I don't want to put you off on it because like they were kind of pushy. And I was like, I'm in the middle of something, but
Wow.
she's into funding the MTA, which made me think of you, Mike. You know?
Oh hell yeah! New
I
bus.
should
What
ask
new?
him
What
about
model
Bus
bus does
Simulator.
she support? What's your stance on bus drivers?
You know, something that this reminds me of is that episode of My Strange Addiction where it's
Hmm.
the TLC show where like people fuck cars. you
Yeah,
know?
TLC show? You mean my life?
Yeah,
I fuck cars. No, what about
fuck them?
that?
I drive them.
And eat my grandma's ashes.
I was gonna say, yeah, I fuck cars and look at my sister's tits. You got a problem with it?
Come find me.
My stench, insane. Tolerable for most people. But yeah, the fucking cars thing. Like, I wonder. I just wonder where. Like, I wonder which part of the car is like the. Like which parts they're attracted to. If there's an analog to the human body, obviously the exhaust pipe.
Yeah, don't
Right.
say the exhaust pipe. That's basic.
Yeah.
Everyone wants
saying,
to fuck the exhaust
gas
pipe.
tank?
Okay, Micah. So
Gas
Gas tank could be like the butthole, sort of like the
Yeah.
in
in between the seat cushions.
And then instead of eating
Take a
ass, it's
fuck.
eating gas.
Oh my
Nice.
Mhm.
You just start vomiting
Yeah.
gasoline. You're siphoning it the wrong way, Micah.
Mm. Mm.
You're supposed to spit it out.
No, I swallow.
I swallow. I'll swallow, dude.
My roommates in college kept trying to get high off gasoline.
Oh,
We had like
Oh.
this like big red thing on our porch for no reason, and they would keep huffing it, but it wouldn't work.
Oh,
Anyway,
man.
don't try that
Wow.
at home, kids. It doesn't work.
Yeah. You'll
Get
just be
poppers like a
disappointed.
real man.
Why didn't they just like get someone to buy them beer or something? It's interesting. It's interesting.
Wow. That simulator experience, it led me to unarchive Farming Simulator 2022 on my Switch.
Whoa, Stardew Valley. Watch out.
I bought it a million years ago and didn't play it all that much, and then archived it because it's like many gigs. But I unarchived it, and I was having fun until I found out that the version for Switch is like a baby version. They make it way easier. They take out all kinds of simulator options.
Oh
I
my
got so
God.
pissed.
So they
That's
do
so
actually
funny.
have the guy, the crackhead that yells at you.
No, this is
He's just
Farming
not on
Simulator.
Switch.
Farming
Oh,
Simulator.
the crackhead that steals your crop.
Yeah, eats all your corn.
You are the crackhead.
Damn.
But it just so happened that Steam started a farming game sale yesterday,
Oh.
and I found Farming Simulator on there for sale. Snagged it,
Ooh.
and I'm gonna start. I made the coolest looking Indian guy for my character, and I am. I am just kicking ass in the south of France on my farm. It's
Wow.
beautifully diverse and a good, nice, relaxing time. Very boring game in the
you're-
best way.
You're implementing a little bit of the colonial encounter into your character and
Do the-
the location.
I figure
the
I'm an
crowd is
ally.
growing real
I don't
time.
see a lot of Indian representation in games, and Farming Simulator gave me the opportunity. So I
In
made
the south of
coolest.
France, too.
In the south of France, no less.
Yeah.
Um,
Damn.
Yeah, I got a nice truck. Just bought a tractor with a front loader. Pretty sick.
That's cool.
Took on some fertilizing side jobs, fertilizing
Oh
other
my
people's fields. Pretty sick.
Yo, you're doing it for other people too.
Yeah, I'm in love of the game. Just a love of the game.
Just a love of crops. This is kind of an unrelated question. You know how, and this is not even that funny or interesting, but you know how like the Nintendo, like the NES in Japan, it was the Super Famicom, and it like looked different. Does Nintendo still do that, or is like a Switch just a Switch all over the world?
I believe they stopped doing that with Super Famicom.
Okay,
They might still call them Famicoms. I don't know about that, but I mean, I doubt it. But
Yeah.
they're definitely the same model now.
Yeah.
Everything's been homogenized and globalized.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sad.
Wow.
Sad.
It's fucked up.
It's truly despicable.
Okay, so I'm just going to talk a little bit about the games I've been playing.
Yes.
That's cool with you guys.
Yeah.
I have been playing Batman Arkham Knight.
Ooh, yeah.
And it's the same thing that I talked about last week, sort of a bit of a quarter-life crisis. And I've basically been spending way too long on certain detective versions of the game that I've already beaten before. So basically just kind of regressing in a way that's sort of kind of like simultaneously aging my brain and also sapping wisdom from it. But one thing that it kind of made me think about is how that game series was pretty damn good, and I just feel like there's nothing that really even comes close to it in terms of superhero games now. I think the new Spider-Man is not very good, not very interesting. And so I think the gaming companies should do something about that. I think they should do something about that.
Should I should I get the Arkham trilogy bundle on Switch?
I think you'd like it. I mean, I don't know. You're like smarter than me, so I feel like
no. I spent hours riding a fucking bus.
See, but that's like a smart person. You know, that's a smart.
No, that's like Harvard game.
That's like you're interested in real things. Batman games are for guys like me.
The bus driving game is for people who shit their pants and recognize patterns. That's what that's for.
But you got a gold star, Micah.
Got a gold star, dude. Like I can't even get
gold stars out to dumbasses.
This is true. I gotta, we all gotta be kinder to ourselves. Sam, you're very smart. Mosan, you're so smart. Micah, you're so smart.
Oh, Micah, you're so smart.
You're so smart. It's
like a girl saying that to you when you've done the absolute dumbest fucking thing.
Yeah.
You're so smart.
Oh, you're so smart.
Babe, you are so smart. It
like
blows
crashed
my
a
mind.
car. You're so smart.
Oh, honey.
You use the microwave at the correct power level. That's impressive.
Oh, honey.
Put that on your LinkedIn.
Sarcasm. You're so smart.
So evil.
I don't
know. They look good. Those games look good.
They're awesome. It's Kevin Conroy and fucking why can't I think of his fucking name? The guy Mark Hamill does the Joker voice, just like from the animated series. It's crazy. There's so many Easter eggs and shit. The combat's really, really good. And ever since that game came out, like every superhero game just tries to do pretty much the same thing and fails pretty miserably. I thought Spider-Man 1 pretty cool. Spider-Man 2 felt like a DLC. It just feels like these poor bastards at these AAA developers have just got hot pokers up their asses trying to get stuff done really quickly. And we got to give them some time to cook.
Totally. Remember, gamers, when your favorite game, gets delayed, or that game you're looking forward to, it's just because they're adding a little more spice to the recipe. That's a good thing. You got to let them cook.
That just means that those developers maybe will get to sleep that night or eat or something, God forbid.
It was a pizza party. And also,
delayed for a pizza party.
Yeah.
And for free calls to the suicide hotline.
Yeah. I tried
finally
to crack
free.
open.
They're normally $5.99 a minute. You have to put in your debit card before you can talk to anybody.
Yeah. The CEO's like, well, look at it this way: is your life worth $6? I mean, come on, man, Jesus.
Call the BetterHelp hotline. It's fine.
Fuck.
God.
And it's like, I'm sorry. This call is actually reserved. Talking with a human. That's for our Patreon supporters. But you're gonna be dealing with automated messages. It's like when the General Mills guy was talking about cereal for dinner. It's like the same, same thing.
They start advertising on YouTube and just nag you the whole time. They're like, fuck you, you worthless piece of trash. Call the suicide hotline.
Yeah, it's like
you need it after this.
It's like the same Pornhub cock enlargement ads. It's like, are you alone and have a small dick? Are you pathetic and depressed? Give us a call. Like an animated, a hand-drawn, like weird, like infographic animation of like why you should kill yourself.
It's just like a stick figure with an arrow pointing to you, and then like an animation of your mom just
yeah
calling you names.
It's like, this is you at the bottom of society, and here's your ex-girlfriend all the way at the top, and then
yeah, it's just a picture of a fetus that said, you should have been aborted.
Mm-hmm.
This is where your life should have stopped. Now is the second best time.
They have a cool app now that you can play games on.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like one of them's a mini game of a coat hanger. A pregnant lady.
Oh my god.
Oh man, all this simulation I've been doing made me think it'd be fun to have a game that is like a genuine simulator, but also is very absurd and funny. So like do like I was thinking, like, what would I do if I were to try that? I would do ice cream truck simulator. And it's like fully like the whole deal. Like you gotta, you gotta drive around. You gotta get kids interested in your ice cream. You gotta make your selections of what ice cream you're gonna carry, and like certain, neighborhoods like certain ice creams more than others, and like all of that. But also like you're like caught up with the mob, and you have a gun, and like you have like GTA missions on the side.
I like that. I was gonna say,
you gotta shoot fucking people, like protect your family and stuff.
I thought you were gonna go a different route, where it was like, but then there's secret achievements on like how many kids you could get inside your
It's ice cream simulator in quotes, and then it's just a pedophile game.
Funded by NAMBLA.
What weird! It's before you can play the game, you have to acknowledge that pedophiles now want to be called minor attracted persons, and then after that, you're allowed to play.
Yeah,
it has like a thing where you have to go to your neighbors and tell them you're a sex offender.
Yeah.
The sex offender simulator is really good. Oh
yeah, you have to
God.
It's like you have to find a house that's like in a good neighborhood but not near a school.
Oh my god.
This is so dark.
My brother once worked at the library, and he has always had this kind of paranoia about like crime and shit, and he went through this phase of like looking up like people on the sex offender registry, and he realized that one of the people he worked with at the library was a registered sex offender.
Oh my god.
And they were just like, when he like, I guess, confronted the people, and they're like, well, yeah, he stays out of the children's section. What are you fucking crazy?
Oh god.
And it's like, it's not like
that wasn't what I was concerned about.
It's like I'm wondering if he's leading reading time. I'm wondering about that.
Yeah, Jesus.
Oh my god! It actually, there's this customer that comes in and like he said some weird things to me, and like one of them was, he's like a weird guy, and one of them he was saying like, yeah, I met a girl named Mackenzie. It reminded me of another girl I knew, Mackenzie, who got molested in a park. And I had to yell at him. I was like, I do not want to talk about people getting molested. But my friend is convinced that he is the person who molested Kenzie in the park. And I finally got his name. And I'm going to look him up in the sex offender.
Oh my god.
I did some.
Now you got me wanting to look up my neighborhood. Yikes!
I literally am doing that. I literally am doing that right now.
You can go on Citizen and they'll tell you. I think.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You reminded me. Marshall just watched that Nickelodeon documentary.
Wait.
Sam looked up in his neighborhood and he found only.
I mean, like 600.
Yeah, no, but wait. It's everybody. It's like last name, first name, and then there's one that's just Pito, and there's no last name, and it's Pito.
Oh my god.
No.
He was born. He's doing
That's weird.
doing what
I
he was
have
born to
a
do.
Sam Schild in mine.
Oh, damn it.
Oh, it's just for fucking too good though. It's a ratings. It's like a rating system.
What you were gonna say, Micah?
Oh, just that Marshall watched that Nickelodeon documentary, and it's like the whole thing is like every episode is like, and then they just found out there was another child molester who worked on the show. Like it's.
Why
fucked
are
up.
we surprised? Like, of course, it's like saying,
Makes sense.
I don't know, like that's why all teachers like are.
Suspect.
Yeah. Right.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Kinda.
I don't know, but
Yeah.
no.
I don't have.
So,
I worked in
would you recommend
education.
it?
I have a low opinion of teachers.
Yeah. I mean, like honestly, it's like, of course, those jobs gravitate freaks.
Yeah.
It-
At least
Like
the
if
men.
I
At
was
least
a
the men. I
pedophile.
feel like the women are like, it's a nurturing. Like I can understand.
And women.
But when a
aren't
dude wants
pedophiles.
to be surrounded by children that he gets to boss around and make do stuff, I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
Women
Yeah.
don't poop and women aren't pedophiles.
Yeah. The two great truths.
I always wondered how Chris Hansen would handle a female, on his show.
First of all, you're super hot. You could fuck anybody you wanted. Why this child?
He starts to go in like, have a seat, and then he realizes that she's like a baby. He's like, oh shit, fuck. Do you want to like fucking get out of here or something? Like, and then everyone's like, Chris, are you? He's like, shut up, shut the fuck up. Shut up. He just becomes like complete.
I said that about female teachers, and I remember there's like every year there's like a chick who goes to jail for fucking some 12-year-old.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, if it's in high school, they're just like lining up to fist bump this like high school kid that bagged the teacher, and everyone's like, "But no."
Yeah.
Look, it's sick, but like keep it on the DL.
Not good.
I love the South Park where the teacher falls in love with Kyle's like baby brother, or is it Stan's baby brother? It's just like, and they're like in the tub together. It's
so
incredible.
gross.
It's horrible. That show.
Just like
My
having.
sister. No.
Nah, it's fine. I guess go for it.
My sister loved the Game of Thrones episode of that so much that she bought it.
Like on
And
iTunes?
she hasn't seen Game of Thrones.
That's awesome.
That's your family's thing. Liking like references to things instead of the real thing.
Yeah,
The
we watch it
original.
every year on Christmas.
You ready for that Game of Thrones parody again? Never.
Come downstairs. We're starting South Park Game of Thrones.
Our annual tradition of watching the Game of Thrones South Park episode.
Yeah.
That's a good tradition.
Yeah.
I have one more dorky thing I can talk about
All right.
real quick. I've been listening to the podcast Robservations, which is Rob Liefeld's personal podcast.
Oh,
Who is a world famous comic creator. He's the guy who created Deadpool.
Yeah, holy shit.
Sarcastic Ryan Reynolds character who's so cool and awesome. But no, the podcast is very good. He's very extremely knowledgeable about Marvel Comics, and I recently went back to the episode 1 of his podcast just to go through it, and he got me real excited to check out Frank Miller's Daredevil run. And I have to say, he's right. It's extremely entertaining. If you are interested, I didn't know anything about Daredevil beyond the Netflix show, which I kind of liked actually. I watched more than one episode, and that's a lot for me for a television show. But man, it's like the writing for that for Frank Miller's writing for Daredevil. It just immediately like is such a fucking upgrade to like the early stuff I've been reading. Like the early stuff is fun, don't get me wrong, but like the Frank Miller shit is like instantly like an upgrade of like complexity, and like what he's going for is more complicated, and I don't know. It's just very good, very fun. I can't remember the number, but it's like 165 or something like that. Might be the first one he comes on. Just Google Frank Miller first Daredevil comic.
83. I was going to ask what years it was, but it's the 80s.
Yeah, there's
That's
like
awesome.
30. I think he did like 30 comics, something like that. I've read like 12 of them now. And he created the character Elektra, who's like becomes a big part of Daredevil. But definitely worth reading. I'm not all the way through, but if you're interested in reading old comics, highly recommend. Just Google Frank Miller Daredevil run and then see if you can find a website where you can find it. Or if you want to be a nice boy, you can there's a week free trial of Marvel Unlimited app. And I gotta say, it's nice. I subscribe to it. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it or not, because $10 a month is a fucking lot for comics.
That's too much.
It's so much, especially because the Viz like manga app is like, I think it's $2.99 a month, maybe even less. And that's just as fun and just as good. So like, get over yourself, Marvel. But I will say it's a nice experience versus like reading off of like pirated websites. There's no pop-ups and like fucking ads flying everywhere. But yeah, definitely worth checking out. I've been quite enjoying it, reading an issue or two each night.
I feel
my
like
report.
I feel like for like the movies and stuff, like of comic books, they kind of tend to pull from like one or two like sort of seminal writers for the character. And I feel like Daredevil, it's definitely Frank Miller, like creating, and like the conflict with the Kingpin and all that kind of stuff.
Totally.
So that's cool. Yeah,
and the Rob Liefeld podcast is cool because he gives you like all the context of the time and the background information. He's just very knowledgeable, and like he's like, his whole thing was like nobody liked Daredevil. It was like their least popular comic, and then Frank Miller took it over and just revamped the whole thing, and it became their like number 2 comic or something like that. And he like he turned it completely into like a crime noir, kung fu, like what do you call it, like those old kung fu movies. He put all that stuff in there and made it something unique and fun. Your Arkham Asylum games reminded me of that, because it is kind of a similar character to Batman. It's like a combination of Batman and Spider-Man.
Yeah.
At least the Frank Miller run is.
Yeah, totally. Oh yeah, that's cool. When I was young, I didn't read Daredevil because it was too sad.
It is a little sad. They kill a lot of people. Get killed.
A lot of people get killed. They're always like Daredevil's friends and shit.
Yeah.
And he's always just getting fucked over. And he's got some like gruesome deaths too. Like he got one of his. This was post Frank Miller, but I remember one time, like I think Bullseye like put one of his like little staffs that's like a blunt object, like put it through his head and shit. It's like he always is suffering. That's kind of like his character, his character arc. Yeah. And that was a totally not nerdy thing of me to say. Totally adult sentence to say.
We're all friends here. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. That's right.
You got anything to share, Milson? It's getting late here. Should we wrap up?
Yeah, I mean, I just got gay married in Stardew Valley. And I took a video of it, and I watch it every night now.
Nice.
And
which broad did you bag?
Haley. She's so hot. I mean, like, I also just... Part of it was, like, I just really wanted her to be a lesbian, you know? Because, like, essentially everyone wants to fuck you by the end of the game.
Right.
And so, like... It's just like a bunch of gay women in this game, or bi, I don't know. And then like a bunch of really heterosexual men. And I just really love because there's like that jock character, Alex, I think. And he like, during a couple of the things, he's just like talking about Haley and he's like, just enjoying the view. I'm just like, yeah, she's a babe. And I'm like, Alex, honey, she's not into you like that. And so I just really love making her this like lipstick lesbian.
Sorry, Alex, she munches box. Okay.
Yeah, go fuck yourself, Alex. You know? And I'm so happy.
Oh my
it's
God,
the happiest
congrats.
moment of my life so far. I don't know if my own wedding's gonna even cut it.
Mine was probably my first wedding in Fable 2. That was probably the highlight. After that, everything's kind of stopped making sense.
It's officially the most depressing Gamers Rise Up we've ever done.
We talk about Suicide Hotline and how we don't have joy in our lives. The only way we can find success in romance is by playing video games. Because, like, it's easier to romance a girl that only, like, if you give her a sunflower twice a week, she'll just fall in love with you. Like, real women, they're a little bit harder. They want
there's no dialogue tree in real life. There's no instant road to flirting or anything like that.
Yeah. There's no going back to old save files.
No way. I know there's like I looked it up because I did kind of want to like see if I could fuck everybody in this town, but if you like give the bouquet of flowers, which makes them your girlfriend or boyfriend, then you can give it to every single character that's into you.
Whoa.
Yeah, and so I wanted to look like I was like I kind of want to do it, but I'm still me and can't do anything to hurt other people even in video games. So I looked it up, and apparently if you do that, then if you walk into Emily's house, they'll all be gossiping about you and they'll all be like, all right girl, fuck you, you have to choose.
That's
but if you have a lucky rabbit's foot on you, then nothing happens.
What?
And they're just like gossiping about the mayor and Marnie.
That's fun.
Wow.
Also, can we talk about how you can't date Marnie because she's kind of a babe.
She's the thick queen, sexy thick queen.
Wow.
She, like in the little snapshot of her, she looks really cute, but then like the character, she looks like she looks horrible.
Now, didn't I see her making a TikTok about the pitfalls of being plus size on a plane? Or is
yeah,
that's her. Yup. and how important it is to pet your cow every day to keep its happiness levels up.
Right.
Can you give the bouquet to people after you've been married?
I don't know after you've been. I think so, but I think people get
Nice.
jealous. I think like your partner will get jealous and like not talk to you.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Man. Concerned ape thought about every possibility making that
I know.
game. What a genius.
I love it. I love it so much.
Yeah, it is great. I gotta get back in. Gotta dip back in. Gotta get off the
Get out
bus.
of your farming simulator and go back to another farming simulator. My God.
What are the citizens going to do when they got to get from their point A to B?
Yeah.
Brazil's gonna miss you.
I know.
Full
Somehow I'll
very-
never be the same.
Yeah.
Alrighty. If you've been enjoying this podcast, go to extremely.live/donate and show us. We need snacks. We need games. Help us out. Any donation, $10 or above, will be read. Your email you sent us will be read aloud. So you can make us say awful things if you want. Or promote something you want people to know about. Yeah. I'm here. I got an idea. You remember I was telling you I had mystery money coming into my PayPal? And I didn't know what to do. What do you think about me letting it build up until I can afford 3 copies of a AAA multiplayer game? Some kind of fancy-ass Jungo Bungo badass experience.
Yeah.
Like a Baldur's Gate 3 or something.
Yes.
Something crazy.
And then we can play with each other online.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to.
I'll keep saving it. I haven't spent it. I haven't done anything with it. I have still. If you are the person who's sending me money monthly on PayPal, if you are a listener, please send me a note. Let me thank you. Let me promote you. Let me do something. If you're just
It's Sam's mom.
if this is some kind of if you're Sam's mom, let me know.
Stop sending me nudes.
Anything y'all she's sending me $15 a month for no reason. Anything you want to share, promote, send people? Your Instagrams? Did you destroy your photo, Sam?
Yeah.
My friend does a DJ set and called Critical Hit. There's some good PS2 games you can play while you listen to some crazy music from trans DJs. It's in New York. Trans Picos. It's, I think, off the Halsey stop on the L. The next one is the May 18th. 18 plus, so little babies you can show up too. 11 p.m. to 4 a.m. and the tickets are $10 to $20. So
nice.
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to @DrawMeDrawYou on Instagram. They do like a life drawing get together thing that I went to this week. It was good. It was nice to try and seriously draw somebody for 2 hours.
That sounds awesome.
It's good. If you want to come with next time, I'll let you know the next one is. But yeah, good time, cool people putting together cool stuff. Check it out. Draw Me, Draw You on Instagram.
Hell yes.
You can also follow at orangeflavor.fun. That's my comic book. Oh, I'm just realizing I never hit record on the video, so this is an audio only podcast. This one's audio only, folks. Only you subscribers get to see this one.
Oh, my visual guy.
I know. Sorry, folks. You're just gonna have to imagine the non-stop visual gags.
And just like imagine that I'm pretty, because I am.
There's other YouTube videos you can jerk it to Melisande on other previous episodes.
Print last week's episode because I look really cute on there, and just tape it onto your monitor. Use your imagination.
Absolutely.
Just try.
Absolutely.
Just try to think.
I'm sorry, people aren't going to be able to see your scalp you were showing off earlier, Sam.
Oh yeah.
Fucked up big
It
time.
was grotesque. Everybody.
Yeah. It was, and there's doing research on how to make it stop bubbling, but until then,
bubbling is disgusting.
It's just,
It's like like old paint, like peeling up.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh Lord!
It's called folliculitis, and okay.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
All right.
See y'all.
Yeah.
Good
Bye.
talking.
Bye.